It's the summer week leading up to summer vacation. We're all going out to Amityville. Or no, Amity Island is where we're going. Not to Amityville. That place is dangerous. Amity Island. Staying with friends of ours. All we got to do is one simple thing. Babysit the kitten or kid. And that should be easy. I plan on taking him swimming most of the time.
He loves to swim, so it's
swim
perfect.
Deep. Yeah.
I bought him a raft.
I bought him some bloody meat. Tied to his ankles. That way, you get the power strokes going.
He gets swole.
It's the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I'm Ron Bennington. Now, the Boys of Summer, to me, seems like somewhat of a post-summer song rather than a summer song.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like September, the Boys of Summer are gone. By the way, I always thought of that like a, kind of a beach song, but now it's constantly used by baseball. Anybody who's looking back at any fucking team in history.
Is there the Boys of Summer?
Yeah, they're the Boys of Summer since, they work hard all summer, and in the winter, oh, God, all they got to do is steroids. Chris Stanley, who picked the song today?
All right, look. This was I'm going to say Gail Bennington pick.
Vito.
I'm going for the sweep. Gail Bennington.
It leads it up to Joey Jojo.
Gail Bennington.
Well, why would Gail know anything about Don Henley or care about Don Henley?
You know that he
You
loves
got to think.
Don Henley, guys.
What's my favorite rockumentary of all time?
The Eagles doc.
The Boys of Eagles. So, once again, you just don't know the Bennington team.
This was probably the worst one ever.
It really was.
All of us went for Gail.
Yeah, Vito threw me off completely. You know what I mean? I mean, he could have kept us in the game.
Guys, we got to rearrange our shit so we get this thing right.
Joey's like, hey, Vito's going in that direction. Off we go.
I feel like we know you guys so well.
I know everything about. I know Chris is now cheese intolerant.
It's true. I've got to cut cheese out.
Before you got here today, he explained to me his diarrhea last night for
his
endless amount of diarrhea.
Come on.
He was like, sorry, I couldn't get back to you. I just really can't type when I'm sitting on the pot. I'm like, I don't want to hear this, Chris.
I'm dehydrated from all of it. I'm not good right now.
Well, drink water. It's all we have here. There's just so many little hot waters anywhere you look.
So hot.
So now you're adding cheese and dairy to the stuff that you can't have?
I feel like I can't eat cheese anymore, but that's gonna be hard. I mean, fucking, I love cheese. Most of my meals consist of cheese.
If I was your mom, I'd be having this conversation with you, but I'm not, and I'm not going to talk your dietary restrictions. It's it's a big birthday today. Cindy B's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
John Cusack's birthday. And, of course, Kathleen from the Bronx birthday.
Happy birthday, Kathleen.
Happy birthday, Kathleen. All 50 today. All of them are 50 today. It's hard to believe.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Crazy.
John Cusack, who has been a star for 55 years, turns 50.
Yeah, he is still kind of just a teenager to early 20s in my mind.
I think in America's mind, I think out of all the kids who did shitty 80s films, he's the only one who seemed like he was a serious actor doing the goofy teen comedies. You know what I mean?
And yet I still associate him with those more than his career afterwards.
No, I'm saying in the film itself. When he was doing those films, he wasn't just walking through it because he was a cute kid. He was like a real actor who was playing, Better Off Dead or whatever. That's why I think some of those films hold up better. I'm going to say John Cusack better than the Brat Packers. And yet some people think of him as a Brat Packer.
I feel like he's not considered a Brat Packer, but why? Why wasn't he part of the crew?
He wasn't in the Brat Pack. There's 8 of us in a movie together. I really think to be a real Brat Packer, you've pretty much got to be in 2 movies, right? St. Elmo's Fire or the other one, the
Breakfast
Club. Because I think that was the criteria, because if you look at Iron Man was hanging on the thing as well. He was on the outside of that whole thing, but he's not considered. Michael J. Fox, not considered a Brat Packer, but certainly of that era.
I think that he was in maybe my favorite 80s teen movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was a scene stealer. He was not a main character in it.
Who's that?
16 Candles. He plays one of the nerds.
Oh, yeah.
And those two nerds were like scene stealers.
Yeah,
they were
great.
so good.
Yeah, they were great. My favorite of all the 80s teens movies is Full Metal Jacket. I mean, it was just adorable.
So cute.
Yeah, and they were teens, and they had to get their hair cut the way they were like, oh, geez.
And they learn a lot. They grow.
Vito, are you one of those 80s teen guys at all? You watch those movies at all?
Yeah, like my favorite 80s teen movie is a Cusack movie. It's Better Off Dead. I like the ski theme, and I like a great
First of all,
use of a Van
what
Halen
made you
song.
feel like that town would have that giant mountain there? Nothing seemed about
a double black diamond, please.
nothing about them seemed like they were a ski town. And then, oh yeah, there's Mount Everest. That's just right there on the other side.
But it's so strange. There's no reason for that. The ski side story.
You would think, you know what a ski town looks like. You would think, okay, we're going to wrap the whole thing around it. But it was just some suburban town. And then, oh yeah, we have this giant mountain that's right there. What about for you, Chris?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's my 80s teen film.
That seems to be the one that's the most beloved as time goes on. Unless you count the Back to the Future, which probably isn't officially an 80s teen movie because there was some adults.
Yeah, it's more like there was a teenager as the main character, but I wouldn't call it a teen movie. It was more just like a big blockbuster, big summer movie.
But even the parents were kind of teens, you know?
Yeah.
It's a very weird thing.
There were a lot
Doc
of teens.
fucked it up from being a total teen. If they would have had a teen in that role.
If you stopped it after the first movie, I think it would be considered a teen movie. But because the other two went into a trilogy and went so far away from just like the high school, I think that changed it.
It really was about how you're doing in school and how your parents did in school. It's very teen-based. It's shocking to me how much people still love those movies. Because when they came out, it was at a time where people were going, movies are dead, and only little idiot kids go to movies.
Now, I have another one I would say that's kind of tied with 16 Candles, but I don't know. Would you call it a teen movie in the same way? The Lost Boys. They're vampire teens. Would you call it an 80s teen movie?
I call it an 80s teen movie. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's teen vampires doing teen vampire shit.
The only adults, the bad mom and the evil vampire. It's a teen movie.
The mom is not bad. She
brought a vampire into her home. She fell for a vampire.
She's not bad.
This is such a reflection of your own beliefs. She's really sweet. She loves her kids. She's doing the best she could, and she just want to get some dick for herself.
Yeah, I mean,
and she didn't know. She did not know that she invited a vampire in.
Also, didn't seem like she could hold down a job either.
No,
she got
she's
a job at the
struggling.
video store.
Yeah, that should be able to support people. And plus, as far as inviting in, I didn't invite you in this time, Max.
I think he just doesn't like Diane Weiss. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's got a Weiss problem.
Is it Weiss or Weist? Weiss?
I
think it's Weiss.
Yeah, it's Diane Weiss. James in Ohio.
Yeah, Ronnie, I wanted to ask you, did you finish the Tom Petty documentary?
I did.
Or documentary?
Yeah.
And I learned recently, which blew my mind, that that Don Henley song you introed with was a Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song that they didn't put on an album.
Well, not necessarily. Mike Campbell wrote that lick, I think. And then,
was it Mike Campbell?
Yeah, and then Petty was like, I can't do anything with this stupid lick. And then he took it to Henley, and it went to, well, as they say, top of the charts, you know?
Holy shit, that blows my mind.
I think Campbell did that again with another song. I don't know what it was with Henley, and it was also a hit. It might have been something like New York Minute or something, maybe, I don't know. It's on there. But, Mike Campbell's a great guitar player, and Henley always works with somebody when he songwrites. It's very kind of weird that way. Tony in California.
Yeah, I think 16 Candles is one of the most fucked up, disturbing movies of all time.
Why is that?
The dude gives his girlfriend Anthony Michael Hall so he can rape her while she's intoxicated.
Yes, there is a date rape. I will give you that.
And yet, the next...
Gets groped by her own grandmother.
Yeah.
And
Look,
you can't really justify the long Duck Dog thing in 2016.
No, I mean, the fact is they did not make the film for 2016.
No. And
these sex scenes in 80s teen movies were often sexist, but they were, ironically, they were fantasy scenes.
Right.
But yeah, that's, she went out of mind and goes, yeah, but it was pretty awesome when you raped
No, you
me
were
last
good.
night. And then you guys cut my hair. I mean, when you rape and cut hair, that's abuse.
Also, earlier in the movie, she's supposed to be 16 years old, and the girl who later gets date raped, you just have a close-up of her tits with a boing sound. You're just like, that would never happen today.
No.
Where you're saying this is supposed to be like a girl who's a junior in high school.
Boing.
They were very big with the sound effects.
Garth, Indiana.
Hey, it's no Brat Pack movie, but it's The Outsiders is a great teen movie.
Well, The Outsiders, I think first of all, it was also one of those films that the entire cast became poster boys, and everything about that seems like a teen movie. But since it was based on a YA novel, it isn't really considered that. But Matt Dillon was, a teen actor,
right.
And all those, Rob Lowe and all those guys became teen stars. Matter of fact, if you really want to look at, which is like, and I haven't seen it in years, so I may be overshooting this, but My Bodyguard, which had Matt Dillon in it, was like a teen movie that was kind of rough and edgy and stuff like that. So there was a couple that people don't bring up. Heaven Help Us, with Kevin Dillon in it, was really a smart, sharp teen movie, but it doesn't give you that, hey, you can be dumb and watch this film.
I think, when the quality goes up, then it becomes less of thought of a teen movie. You need like the nerds and the jocks.
Right.
And
if you really want to feel awkward, watch a film called Little Darlings, which is about these two little girls setting out to lose their virginity, one of them with a fucking full-grown man.
What?
And it was somewhat of a teen comedy, because you had the rich girl and the poor girl. Which one of us is going to get fucked first? I'm going for the camp counselor. Well, I'm going for Matt Dillon.
I'm watching this movie.
It is, of course you are. Can't believe you're not in it, cheese eater. Why don't you eat some cheese, shit in your bathtub and watch it?
I got an underrated teen movie that I think needs more love, and that's One Crazy Summer.
Here's the thing about One Crazy Summer, and I'm trying to think of it was Savage Steve something that directed these movies. They're all really like cult favorites, and it would be funny, and there's scenes that kind of work and on their own. But then there's these surreal, weird
is One Crazy Summer where he draws
where
everything.
He draws the bunnies and the rhino, and like you're like, there's some parts of this that really work. Why did they have this really weird fart scene?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That goes on
or
for
like,
a while.
why is the Better Off Dead? Like, why with the weird
Paperboy?
Yeah, that weird. No, wait. What's the one where he works in the hamburger shop?
The burger sings Van Halen's "Everybody Wants Some."
That's Better Off Dead, right?
Yeah, that's Better Off Dead. And the piggies, they come out there like piggy.
Like that's a whole different movie. Like that's a weird short film that happens within Better Off Dead, and no one knows why.
The claymation burger just comes out and just starts.
It's
singing
really
him.
strange, and it might as well have been that's fucking talking. What was it, a bean can? In the summer camp movie,
Mixed vegetables.
Mixed vegetables.
Jay, Mississippi.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of y'all. I've got a 15-year-old daughter right now, and I hope that we have the relationship that you and Gail have in about 15 more years.
Well, that's great, man.
It's inspiration. Hey, I just want to throw 3 out there. One of them is the Flamingo Kid with
that never gets any love, and it's fucking great. Matt Dillon movie also.
Great movie, Flamingo Kid. I also loved Vision Quest with Modine in it.
And that was a very strange, somewhat serious thing, too, because he's always trying to make weight in wrestling, and his nose is bleeding. You don't know Flamingo
I don't think
Kid?
I've seen this one.
You're going to love it.
But the one of my favorite, and this came out, it was on HBO probably, I don't know, middle 70s, late 70s, was Over the Edge. And Van Halen actually did the soundtrack to that, too. If you hadn't checked that out.
No, I know that movie very well. Also, a Matt Dillon movie. First movie Matt Dillon ever did. And supposedly based on a true story. And it's that whole thing where the suburbs look like somewhat of a nightmare to you.
Yeah, I actually hadn't seen it until very recently. It was not long ago that you told me, oh my God, you missed this movie, you need to see it. It's so good.
Yeah, it's really strong. And actually, I think truer than any suburban film that you ever see. Here's Jerry. Jerry, what's up? Yeah.
How you doing, Ron?
Hey.
I think probably the first one, the very early 80s, had been Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Fast Times from Ridgemont High set up a ton of actors that were going to have a long career. And they threw in a very kind of light abortion scene that you wouldn't see in a comedy today. Cameron Crowe wrote it, and it's because at that time those type of things happened all the time, and kind of kids handled it. I don't know, today, if people reflect on how often that goes down, but it does.
Was Fast Times where he went back into a high school when he was older to kind of do some research about
but he wasn't that much older. He was only about 3 or 4 years older. Right. It's because he had missed his high school years being on the road with Stillwater. So he got this idea, and Rolling Stone backed him. He went undercover, took notes, and kind of an interesting thing. When you go back and read it, it's much more journalism than it is, what the movie turned into. But those kids, many of them to this day, still furious, still feel like he was a narc, still feel like that he was, he exposed them to the world. Because they do these high school reunions and stuff. And there's still a lot of people who are like, yeah, I'm glad he fucking made money off of our problems. That was bullshit,
Wow, I had no idea. But it makes sense. It would feel kind of weird to find out, like, that dude you've been hanging out with all year.
Well, even if you heard that Vito wrote a fucking thing about, what it's like being here day to day, but he didn't tell you he was writing it. You'd fucking be pissed. You're like, dude, what gives you the right? This is my fucking, you're making money off the shit that I said.
Right.
Hey, Phil in Durham.
Yeah. Hey, one of my favorite movies from the 80s was Red Dawn, which had a lot of teenagers in it. I don't know if you could really consider that.
I think it's the funnest, best teen movie. I think, here's the weird thing. I don't know if most people remember. That probably was 10 times more controversial than any movie that had come out during the 80s. Just, they were talking about, adults were talking about on TV because they used the fact of this kind of teen boy fantasy that me and my friends would form together and shoot people and we'll beat the fucking, Russians. They were basically acting like, hey, they're trying to start World War III with a movie.
Right.
It's really funny when people are like, oh, we need freedom of expression, until you get that kind of a right-wing, fucking almost neo-Nazi, like a neo-Nazi thing that you can get behind. Like, yeah, we need some neo-Nazis right now to kill these fucking Russians. AKA the Wolverines. Hey, Bill, what's up, buddy?
Hey, my buddy. How you doing, Ronnie B?
Hey.
Hey, you know, another theme in Fast Times is poor Jennifer Jason Leigh. She was just abused that whole movie. Don't forget, she got statutory rape in the freaking dugout before she got the abortion from Damone.
Yeah, that was definitely a statutory rape. She lied to the guy, but that doesn't get anybody out of trouble, you know. Right. You can't, if an underage girl tells you she's 21, you're still responsible. But yeah, those scenes are pretty fucking uncomfortable once you get to adulthood. You're looking back on them. And the fact that she's in a dugout or whatever is so just
grimy.
Fucking dead on, though. It's just dead on what suburban kids go through. Here's Brian in Texas.
Do you remember Bad Boys with Sean Penn and Esai Morales?
Another sweet, fun teen movie from the 80s where Nat taught us, hey, if you put Coke cans into a pillowcase and swing it, you've got a weapon when you're in juvie.
Did we just fear teenagers at this time?
No, these were movies made for teenagers. They weren't really made for adults. Adults weren't kind of going to the movies then, or at least they weren't being served. But if you look back on it, films like that, 10 times better than any fucking movies that come out today that are kind of cartoon-based about life. I mean, those things are fairly gritty. Here is David in Tennessee. David.
Hey, Ronnie. Yeah, my taste has changed a little bit, but the summer before 8th grade, Porky's was the funniest movie I'd ever seen.
Porky's is that teen porn, and again, these children would be arrested for their voyeurism, their inability to keep their hands to themselves.
There was just like a general comfortability with children's sexuality, I think. 70s and 80s both.
Well, we had this belief that boys weren't mature enough, but the young girls were plenty mature. You know, oh, you're peeking in here? We'll put our tits up to the fucking hole in the wall.
Oh.
While you're fucking jerking off to it. And then remember, even the kid stuck his dick through the thing and the teacher grabbed it. Was just fucking yanking on his dick as hard as she could. And the theater was just like, oh, this is fucking great.
His dick.
And then the gym teacher's getting off by smelling jocks, and when she's getting pounded, all the kids in the school here. I mean, they're rolling up cop cars today for this.
Everyone's arrested.
Yeah, they're not fucking around. Otto in Boston.
Yeah, I remember a really edgy one called, I think it was called The River's Edge.
Also based on a true story about some kids who kill a kid. The body is left in the next to a river, and kids from the neighborhood all came out and looked at it and went back, and none of them had told their parents. So when this story broke, everybody in that somewhere near Seattle, they were all freaked by it. Rolling Stone wrote the story up. I remember reading it that night and not even being able to fucking sleep. It was so fucking horrifying. And then they were making it into a movie, and I'm like, this is going to suck. And then the movie was fucking great. You watch that movie and you're sick to your stomach.
Oh, that story is awful.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves, very early on, if not his first movie. And that was the great line when he yelled at his stepdad, or the guy dating his mom, "Food eater!" And you're just thinking, okay, this kid is worried, do we have enough food to make it through the week? You know what I mean? This is a fucking serious, edgy thing for kids. Look who it is. It's Hard Rock Johnny.
Bennington.
Gianni.
I would like to go with the very early 80s Hollywood Nights, one of my favorite 80s teen movies.
Hollywood Nights, starring the great Nubam Kirk.
Robert Wall.
Yeah.
And it had like amazing. It was like Michelle Pfeiffer. I think it was Fran Drescher's first anything. Tony Danza was in it, and it was just amazing.
Well, it was an American Graffiti ripoff, but all those guys, too, were comics at the Comedy Store. So there was this whole, like, thing of kids being, for some reason, going through these frat initiations just to live in the neighborhood. And those were all comics at the Comedy Store at the time.
And it was a 50s story as well?
No, it was the 60s stories, because one of them was going off to Vietnam the next day. But it was the end. It was that thing, like the early 60s was very much like the 50s. It was about that California car culture, the same as American Graffiti. But weirdly enough, Newbomb Kirk, Robert Wall, his name was brought up on the first new Bill Simmons show by Batman, saying like he knew that he hit his low when Robert Wall was making fun of him. He's like, I fucking fell so far that Arliss can do jokes, and they both were talking about Robert Wall like he was a piece of shit.
Really?
Yes. You got to go back and watch this. You're the one who tried to give us clips of him slurring through the F-bomb.
Yeah, that's the only part I watched when they trashed.
We live in a clip age now when people only do clips. All right, thanks, Johnny.
Later.
See you soon. Johnny wants to make another film called Crab Spot about him and his brother just dropping pieces of chicken on a string off of a dock.
I would watch that.
Yeah. Come up with a quarter bushel. We are doing a town hall, taping a town hall later today with the cast of Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. They're going to be doing some live songs and stuff like that. So we're going to throw it because we've never played it on this show, Comedy 101. And that's coming up in, I don't know, about an hour or so, Chris?
A little over an hour, yeah.
A little over an hour. So if you haven't heard it, give it a listen. If you have heard it, I guarantee you missed 35 to 50% of the jokes. One of the Queer Eyes just walked by.
I just saw him, too.
The blonde one.
Carson,
yeah. Those guys were gigantic.
He's also a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race now.
I had no idea about that. I saw the RuPaul Drag Race had their own float in the gay parade. People
They
were going
did,
crazy
yeah.
for it. Here is Rose in California.
Hey, what's going on, Bennington?
What do you say?
Have you guys even mentioned the movie Say Anything with John Cusack?
We haven't.
That was one of the sweetest movies. It really was, and it had that great scene where he holds the radio up and they're playing In Your Eyes.
Yeah, it is. It's an iconic scene, iconic movie, also written, directed by Cameron Crowe.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying Cusack was like a real actor,
Yeah,
not just a poster boy teen star.
Yeah, I think back on that movie, like you could think of it like it's sappy, but then you watch it, it really is sweet and emotional. It's easy
But what's the difference between sweet and sappy? It's a very thin line.
Yeah, I guess if it's over saccharine, if it's too heavy-handed, it can go in the... And that would probably be the characters like, you know, a lot of people have a dream. My dream is to be with your daughter, like that whole speech.
People love that, though.
I know.
People love that. And then all the songs about Joe.
Yeah.
I'm going to write every one of them. And Joe is just a dick. He just doesn't get it even slightly. He's like, this is fucking great. This bitch wrote a lot of songs about me. I might bang her tonight. Tim in Canada.
Hey, Ronnie, how you doing, brother?
Good, man.
I was always a bit of a sports guy in high school, and I liked All the Right Moves with Tom Cruise, Small Town Pennsylvania, Girlfriend Problems, Missing Out on the Scholarship.
Who was the girlfriend in that movie?
Wasn't it the same, what's her name, from Back to the Future?
Oh, the mom from Back to the Future.
I'm pretty sure.
Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson.
Yeah, that was actually, again, this is a teen movie that's gritty and sad and fucked up.
Never saw it.
Yeah, it's a Western Pennsylvania, but it's basically Friday Night Lights of the 80s. If you look at it, it's the exact same kind of premise of this high school football team is being taken way too serious, and your only way out of this shit town is by playing football. And you know, it's not a happy teen movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, hey, these are fucking kids who don't have enough money.
Yeah, there's so many more of those gritty 80s teen movies than I realized. I just was thinking they were all just so like lighthearted and fluffy.
Yeah, again, it's
sexy romps.
Well, it's because of like 4 or 5 movies that make everyone go, oh, that's a fun 80s teen movie. But again, today we wouldn't think of it that way if there was an abortion scene, if there was an abuse scene. But, you know, looking back like, oh, the 80s were great. Jake, Nashville.
Hello, Benningtons.
Yeah.
This movie's kind of obscure, but I bet Gail knows it. Some Kind of Wonderful. It was just really captured for me that clicky douchiness of the 80s, but it had a great soundtrack.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen it only like a couple times.
It's just Pretty in Pink flipped. That's all.
Yeah.
And with the correct ending, the Ducky, doesn't get fucked over at the end.
Exactly, yeah.
But all the same people from Pretty in Pink,
Same feel of the movie, but that's really the problem with Pretty in Pink. It's like terrible ending. That's why it was like never my one.
They
one
tested
of my
it though. They shot the other ending, and they tested it, and the kids hated it, and they came back and did the other ending.
But it doesn't even make sense. He shows up and he was like, "No, I always believed in you," and it's like, "But you didn't." Remember when you left?
They had to give the kids something. The kids aren't film fans. The kids want to leave there thinking Cinderella gets the prince, even though the prince was a dick.
He was a dick, and he doesn't even really say sorry. He's like, no, it was you. You thought I didn't love you, but I did.
And plus, I look cute when I look confused. Let's go to Ben. Ben, what's up?
Ron, how are you?
What can we do for you, buddy?
All right, I'm going to go off on a tangent. A movie in 1981 called Dark Night of the Scarecrow. Do you remember it?
I do not know this movie at all.
Me either.
So it was a made-for-TV movie, kind of like a horror movie that they would never be able to make in today's world. There's this young teenage kid in town, mentally challenged. Probably today we'd say he's on the autism spectrum. Anyhow, all the kids in town are making fun of him because back then, obviously, people used to make fun of kids that were different. Once again, you can't do that today. And there's this young sweet girl that kind of like befriends him, and everybody hates the fact about this. And what happens is that one day she gets mauled by some kind of pit bull German shepherd, and everybody in the town thinks that the young mentally challenged kid killed her, even though she didn't die yet because she's mauled up. And he winds up hiding in a field in the Scarecrow, and the lynch mob of teenagers pretty much killed him right on the Scarecrow.
This is crazy to me. I never heard of, and you said made for TV?
It was like a CBS, and T1. I remember watching it as like a 7-year-old kid. I don't even know my parents let me watch it.
I'm going to look into this. Thanks for the call, man. I've never heard of this movie. T-Bone, what's up?
Hey, do you remember 12 O'Clock High, Ron, with Casey Giamazzo or whatever his name was?
Yeah, I do remember this film. It was very, very strange. It was like an art film for kids.
Where he hires he's in trouble with the bully. He hires the jock, the huge football player, to protect him.
Who gets knocked the fuck out. And I remember the bad guy looked like he would have easily been able to play Jim Morrison in The Doors.
Absolutely. And imagine running into that guy when you were in junior high school or high school.
Yeah, there was fucking dudes like that.
Ever.
Yeah. There was dudes like that around when I was younger that had been there way too long. You know what I mean? There wasn't that thing where they're like, hey, we're just going to move them into special class. It would just be guys that were their third year in fucking 8th grade.
It's like the Banyan types.
Yeah, but just so fucked up and just borderline animals. Here's Shane in Texas. Shane.
Hey, Ronnie B. I got to take this a different direction to the street, straight out of the Texas Panhandle. What about breaking to Electric Boogaloo? We walking home from the theater and stealing cardboard out of trash cans so we could break dance.
That's hilarious. Yeah, those movies were made for nothing and made big money as the whole hip hop scene was starting. It was like the movie studios didn't really know what they had. They made these things for like $5. Jay in Connecticut. Jay.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
What's up?
One of the movies that had the biggest influence on me, to this day, I still can't go into any body of water without being wary that I'm going to get something on my dick, is Stand By Me.
Stand By Me, again, it's children, not even teens. It's almost a preteen.
It's a tween movie.
Yeah, it's for the tweeners. And it's fucking great.
That movie's phenomenal. It's actually a good movie.
And just fucking heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. You dime store punk. Pointing a gun at a fucking other
Suck
kid.
my fat one.
Steve, what's up, buddy?
Hey, one that we were obsessed with that goes on the ultra dark level was Heathers.
Was that 90s or 80s?
I think it might have been just at the cusp.
88.
88. I would
Okay.
have said 91, 92.
Yeah, that
I
was
would have
amazing.
said 89-ish.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
No, you're right. Heathers is a movie that I don't know how big of a hit. It was kind of a cult, but it's kind of been that thing has been ripped off a million times.
Oh
since
yeah.
then.
Well, what was the one, the Plastics, that one that came out?
Mean Girls?
Mean Girls. When Mean Girls came out, it took me a while to even like try to watch it because I was like, everybody was saying, "Oh, it's such a good movie," but I was like, "It's Heather's Light." Like,
Yeah.
who's like, they're not as bad as Heather's, and there's a happy ending.
But see, this is the difference, though. How all these other movies are rip-offs of each other, but Heathers and Mean Girls are one of the few of these teen movies that focus on girls. That, you know, the girls aren't just the bitch or the girlfriend. And immediately, and this is something that is always happens with women, they start to attack the second movie rather than going, okay, we're starting something now. You know, Mean Girls came out, 12 years after Heathers? You think people would be saying finally, but they're acting like, we don't need this. There's already Heathers from 88.
This is Heather's Light.
This is dog shit by bitch horse. Because they both work, but all these, you know, coming of age boy movies are the same. You know?
Yeah.
It is the Bennington Show. As we said, we'll be throwing it to Comedy 101 at 1:30 today. The next Unmasked tickets are going incredibly fast. I've heard from some people who literally cannot believe we're doing the Unmasked with Norman Lear. Norman Lear is the guy. I mean, I don't know how many people that you could say changed television, changed the way Americans spoke. I mean, this is a very short list, and we got him here. He's 92 years old. They just did a documentary about his life. Last year, he put out a book. It should be an amazing experience to come here and sit in the fishbowl and just see, you know, hear some life lessons from this guy who, very politically motivated, very comedically motivated, to do what he's done. You've got to be really great at about 50 different things. Everything from, budgets to dealing with hate groups, because the amount of people that were angry about these films on both about these TV shows. A lot of people go, "Oh, you know, this makes kind of middle-aged white guys look like lunatics," and other people are like, "Look, you've made the middle-aged lunatic white guy racist look like a lovable guy." You know, so there were, you know, people look back on it like, "Oh, we all loved," but it wasn't really true. I think Good Times was the first time that you saw black people living in the ghetto in a comedy show, which alone made it a breakthrough film. The Jeffersons is the first time you saw people moving on up. That hadn't been done. It was years before Cosby. Maude was a very controversial show. I think she was the abortion line on that was the first time that was ever done on TV. You could look back then, and again, for some reason, people today, we live in the golden age of comedy. These fucking shows were not only on TV, but seen by 30 million people. Not, you know, 1.5 million. Well, you talk about your show, which is a giant hit. That's like 1/3 of what these shows did.
And that's the best ratings they've ever had. That's not like on a normal episode. The Lear shows were getting those numbers every week.
Yeah, they were a weekly show that was just seen by massive amounts of people. You only had so many channels. So when something came up that was controversial, then a lot of people who weren't necessarily into this show were going, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy the way that everybody was unified with entertainment, where now everything is so spread out.
Well, you got to just deliver. It was broadcasting. Means everybody. It was if you couldn't have anything for any fringe group. You know what I mean? There could not be something that did not appeal to everybody. And that means that a lowest common denominator is served first, and then you can see whether you can fit this other stuff in. But anyway, we'll be able to talk about this with Norman Lear, but it is one of the few times in your life that you'll ever be able to sit down with a legend like this. It's pretty phenomenal.
The Norman Lear Unmasked is Monday, July 11th at 3:30 p.m. here at the SiriusXM studios. So go to theinterrobang.com for a chance at free tickets.
John in Jersey.
Hey, buddy, this is Johnny Gogo. How you doing, Ronnie?
Hey, what's happening, Johnny?
Hey, Gail.
Hey.
Hey, what about Dinah, Ronnie? That's like the launch board for every one of these actors coming out of the 80s.
Well, that was what, like 81, 82?
It's early. And it almost doesn't feel like coming of age because it was kind of set in the, I guess, 50s or 60s, right?
Yeah, it was a late 50s, early 60s thing, Baltimore. It's a fucking seriously terrific movie. It was, serious filmmaking that had comedy in it. I always laugh when people go, we're going to make a coming age movie. I'm like, there's some real things to compare yourself to.
Yeah.
So don't go out there making shit.
And that's across the board. That's not just film. It's like most good art.
Yeah.
There's like a huge percentage of that in novels and music about being that exact age.
Barry Levinson made this film, and it's fucking great. All right, thanks, Johnny.
Be good, guys.
Want to get together with you soon. Talk to you later. Peace. Here's Wes in Kentucky.
Hey, Ronnie, how are you?
Good, man.
Back in the mid-'80s, a lot of these movies that came out, say 85, 86, I was 13, 14 years old. You couldn't get into the theater. Like a lot of these movies were rated R. The PG-13 rating hadn't come out yet. I've seen every one of these movies that you're talking about, but I saw it on cable.
Yeah, I think that's also another reason that these movies have hung around, because they were the initial cable movies. Now, again, you only had really 2 movie cable channels, right? And then they would play a movie 100 times over that month, and most people would watch that movie 20 times over that month.
Yeah.
So that was really the beginning of kids not realizing that they were getting an education into dialogue and film structure and stuff, just because we're like, I'm watching this movie again. They curse, there's tits, and, you did not have a million fucking choices.
It was confusing to me as a kid because it felt like the 80s, like all those movies always felt like they had just come out, but it was because they were being replayed so much on TV that a lot of the movies that had come out early 80s, I just assumed in like late 80s, even early 90s had just come out.
Well, there was even a guy earlier who said back when we had those cliques like that, there's always been and will always be cliques. And the cliques is just friendships of people that you have something in common with. You know what I mean?
Like-minded people.
You had to decide whether you joined the geeks or the nerds. No, you just hung out with your friends, and then you were called either a geek or a nerd or a greaser.
The dweebs, the jacks, the motorheads.
You were called that by people that didn't have anything in common with you. You didn't call yourselves, hey, we're going to be the motorheads. You just thought to yourselves, hey, there's nothing cooler than cars, And then you're hanging around people who think there's nothing cooler than cars. But you don't like, hey, we're going to start a car club. So strange. And I'm sure it happens today. It just happens probably online more.
The jocks, the sluts. No group says, hey guys, we're the sluts, okay?
No, we actually called the sluts last week.
Shit. Here is Chris. Chris, what's up?
Hey, Ronnie B, Gail.
What's up?
In retrospect, those superstar movies, like my favorite was Taps. All those guys went on to be either incredible actors or just massive stars, like The Outsiders, Taps. And those movies really, you can never put cast like that together. They were just amazing to me.
Well, we probably do all the time. We just don't know it. And then you find out that there's some Nickelodeon show and that all the people went on. It's because they were young actors that stayed with their profession.
You can't really tell until a good 10, 15 years later.
At the time, nobody went to Taps and was like, this is amazing. That kid who only has a couple lines is going to turn into Tom Cruise. You watch.
Ronnie, do you remember the other military academy movie called The Lords of Discipline?
I do remember that. It was based on that South Carolina writer did it.
That was my favorite book I read in high school. The movie was such a letdown.
Was that Pat Conroy? Is that his
Pat
name?
Conroy.
Yeah, the movie, I remember liking it at the time, and then I went back and watched it about 10 years ago, and I'm like, what a ridiculous bunch of dribble. This would never fucking happen.
They took
the boxer that played the black kid.
Yeah, it was insane that you could kill kids in military school, and the adults were in on it.
Well, a lot of people say like this movie didn't use the best parts of the book, but that's the first time I ever saw a movie and they left out like literally all the best parts. They left out an entire like romantic angle of the book.
I just want to point something out to you, and I know you're still young. This is a Pat Conroy movie. A book, right?
Yeah.
There's no way it can be fucking great.
No. I love this book.
I'm sure you loved it. But I don't think that it's fucking great. But I don't know. He was the first person, I think, to really write about beach music being a real thing. Let's go over to Eric in Colorado.
Hey, buddy. Hey, I'm going with St. Elmo's Fire. When the movie first came out, I hated it, and now looking back on it, I actually look at it, it was actually a pretty good movie.
Well, it's just the opposite. You should have seen it that way when you were younger, and then hate it now.
But, there's another one, kind of on the same John Cusack line. It's called One Crazy Summer.
Yes, we did bring that one up, right?
Yeah,
Chris brought it up. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if anybody did. I just thought of it, too, while I was on hold. Okay.
And that's Savage Steve...
Savage Steve Holland.
Yeah, Savage Steve Holland. I ended up talking to Bobcat about him, and Bobcat said wherever he goes, somebody will bring up those Savage Steve movies. I think, did he do Better Off Dead as well?
Yeah.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know what happened to him. It's like he had this crazy, and then he was making videos, MTV videos at the time. But going back to St. Elmo's Fire, this is the only thing that I like about the movie at all is, remember the Billy Idol fucking painting on the wall? That the light switch was his earring. That, to this day, that is as far as the wit and creativity of that goes. But I've never seen that before or since.
When I was a kid watching that, well, I mean, you could have listed any of these movies when I watched them when I was little, but you get that thing where you're like, so this is what it's like to be a grown-ass kid. Like, this is what it is.
Couple of years. This would probably be me and my friends. Driving around, looking through women's windows, trying to dose people. Yes. He has a look. His look of, I have something to say, is no different from his look that I'm listening.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say something too. I looked over and I thought you were like, interesting fact about that.
No, I was just getting into it. I was just listening like this. I tried to stay away from the mic so you guys wouldn't think that I wanted to say something.
Oh, I think I took that for a lean in. So, looking to Pat Conroy. Once I went too far with that, Vito.
That was fucked up.
It was.
I'm glad, seriously. I'm glad that you had a nice summer reading book.
That was appropriate reaction, Ron.
You make me turn against myself by agreeing with me.
I know.
Don't.
Actually, I must be an asshole.
Look,
Chris agrees.
First of all, Chris went out of his way to explain to me last night that his shits look like Cheese Whiz.
Come on.
If Cheese Whiz was black, yeah.
That's so
RC in California.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Gail.
Hey.
What about the pirate radio movie, Pump Up the Volume, with Christian Slater?
Sure.
Loved it.
that movie. Loved
it.
What was his name? Hard on Harry?
Harry Hard On.
Harry Hard On, yeah.
I haven't seen it in a lot of years. I think it would probably be hysterical to go back and watch it, but it was about if a teenage Jack Nicholson had a podcast.
It was dark, though. It had teen suicide. It was dealing with gay teens and racism. So there was a lot of good stuff. I think there was an abortion as well.
Hold on. That you were saying that gay is dark?
Well, no, I'm saying that it had heavy, had a bunch of, it was just a silly film.
And what is heavy about being gay?
Well, I don't think they were having a lot of gay kids in teen movies at the time.
All those kids were gay that we brought up as the actors.
Hello?
That was like out.
Ducky was in the closet.
So you're thinking it's heavy if a kid comes out. Your anti-gay thing disgusts me.
Not anti-gay. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's good. It was a
You
good part.
compared it with teen suicide.
You said it was just as
and
bad.
racism and
It
abortions.
was you said it's just as dangerous to teens as teen suicide.
No, I didn't.
And you also said a bunch of fucked up shit happened, like gays.
Bunch of fucked up gay shit happened in that movie.
No, I didn't.
David in Iowa.
Yeah, I wanted to remember those John Cryer movies. There's like John Cryer's Hiding Out and a couple of other ones.
Holy shit! All right, we're talking about inappropriate. I forgot all about this movie. There was a movie John Cryer did called Stop Typing and Be in the Fucking Moment, Chris. You don't need to read about it. I'm explaining it to you. It drives me nuts. So John Cryer is a Wall Street guy involved in some kind of inside trading shit, right? So whoever is going to kill him, the mob or whatever. So he has to run and he's like hiding out by going to high school with his niece or something, right? What turns out to be his love interest in the movie is a high school senior.
Oh
no!
So John Cryer is like, I'm going to give him the benefit of saying 27. His character would be at the youngest. He's a fucking Wall Street guy. And then he goes back to this high school, and obviously he's cooler than he was in high school because he knows some shit. And he and this girl have it for each other.
Oh, I gotta watch this movie.
Oh, yeah.
He is so gross.
It just sounds like a fun movie. That's all I'm saying.
I can't wait to testify against you.
Why? No one should have to testify.
I have another one that I can't believe I didn't bring up earlier. Loved License to Drive.
Yeah,
there
was the two Coreys, right?
It was a Corey's movie. That and what else? They did Dream a Little Dream.
Yeah, that was really weird, man.
That was
but
a
that
really
was
weird
also
one.
sick about an old man, being in this child's thing. So he's basically a pedophile, even though his body, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then License to Drive also, I believe, has a drunk girl that they take around town. It's like a very uncomfortable
Yeah, I don't
thing.
remember.
Where she's
I know
all
the
drunk
movie,
in the
yeah,
back.
but I didn't watch it deeply because it was a two Coreys movie.
Loved the Coreys.
Yeah, you were crazy about the Coreys.
Love the Coreys.
Rob in Missouri.
Yeah. Hi, Ron. Hi, Gail.
Hey, what's up?
Do you all remember a movie called Foxes from the mid-'80s?
I didn't know that was the mid-'80s. I would have thought it was earlier, but that was another...
Well, it may have been. I thought it was at the highlight of when I was watching cable shows.
All right, let's see what year it is here.
1980.
1980, yeah. And that was...
Well, it starred Sherry Curry from The Runaways.
Yeah, and these were... It was about the Sunset Strip, and these were...
and Scott Baio was a skateboarding ne'er-do-well that was trying to help out these girls from doing bad.
Right, we understand that, but the thing was, this was about girls being slutty.
Right.
And it was completely, what would be considered now, completely inappropriate. But probably closer to life of what it was like to be on the Sunset Strip. They did Times Square movies about almost the same exact thing. That was closer to the movie's kids than it was to Porky's. I mean, the worst thing about Porky's is they're talking about teen sex, 15, 16-year-old teen sex, but the actresses are 25, 26, 27. So, of course, an adult watching that would be like, yeah, I'd nail her. Yes, because that makes sense.
She looks like an adult woman.
But an actual girl that age, no, you wouldn't. Well, hopefully you wouldn't feel the same way. We got a break here, Chris?
Yeah, we got a break.
What are we going to come back with? And I know at 1:30 we got to jump out, but we will be doing this town hall, and you'll be able to hear that on Friday. But coming up at 1:30, it's Comedy 101. We played this only once on Opie Radio last Friday, so we thought it would be cool for anybody who missed it to have the chance. Or if you heard it then, you'll be able to pick up at least a ton of jokes that you may have missed. Because we were going back through this. There's just so many lines so fast. So we'll be back. It's the Bennington Show. It's the Bennington Show on a Wednesday, midweek, hump day. All happening right here. Vito, we said that you would be able to talk to us about a topic that was near and dear to your heart. And what was that topic?
I wanted to know who you guys think is Conan's best guest, like the guy that is on his show or the girl who's on his show the most.
And this is Conan the Barbarian?
Conan O'Brien, the redheaded Irishman who hosts the late-night talk shows.
So we're looking for the greatest guest he's ever had.
Just not that.
I'm not allowed to chant it myself?
You can chant, Ron.
Chris.
Oh my
I know this weird thing you have going with Gail must stop, but you refuse to believe it.
How many soup-related fights can we have?
As many as we need.
Jeez.
We had a broth fight earlier.
I know you did. He didn't know where broth came from.
It was a joke. I was just joking
No,
around.
but that wasn't a joke. There was no punchline.
I'm opening up a small soup place in the city called David Lee Broth.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I know, Chris. You're going to be working there.
Oh, shit.
Because radio ain't for you.
You'll be slinging soups.
I got to admit this, and I know this is up on the interrobang.com. It's got your byline. It's a great story, I'm sure. But I don't want, I'd rather guess than read it. But I can't say that I ever thought there's somebody that Conan cares about putting over. He kind of likes himself more than his guest.
I would agree with you. Like, it's not his biggest forte. However, I think there are some people who are extra comfortable with him. And the one that came to mind is David Bowie. When David Bowie was on his show.
Oh, yeah, David Bowie.
Like, it was a very comfortable thing. And they almost seemed like buddies.
David Buddies, he used to call him.
Yeah, and like there was even one where they're literally like Conan is going and making fun of all of his different personas, and like it's just cool seeing somebody that's like okay with making fun of themselves like that at that level.
I felt like killing Conan when he did that because I knew that Bowie was sick while he was doing that.
How did
so did Bowie make your list?
Yes, Bowie
did make
my list.
I still have. I was thinking Andy Richter.
Not a guest. Not a guest. Not a guest.
Chris, what about you?
I'm going to say Robert Smigel / Triumph Insult Comic Dog.
Now, do you think that that's a guest or a part of the show?
I say it's a guest.
Because my favorite things and I think Smigel did this with him, when he would do the George Bush with the cutout, and he would put his face there. Conan, we'd have a thing. And then Obama would come down.
Yeah, it was great.
And the impressions were never good.
Always bad.
But Smigel, is he a guest or part of the team?
Well, since he was like a head writer for the show, I'm going to consider him part of the team. So he's not on the list.
Not a guest. Not a guest. Not a guest.
Fuck you, Chris.
Go.
Fuck you, Chris. That's not broth.
I know. Whatever.
You don't know a lot about broth, so what?
I know plenty about broth.
Boozy bop, bitty bop. You ain't got no soup, man.
I'm just going to be a broth jockey down there.
I don't think that's their technical name.
It is now.
All right, let's have Coach come in and try this. Coach.
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien. He's from Buenos Aires.
Lies.
Okay.
Is he? No, he's Irish.
Yeah, he is. He's very much Irish.
I don't know.
Who would be guest on his show?
I think Vito would make a great guest on that show.
Vito! Are you on there?
No, I've never been.
Not a guest! Not a guest! Not a guest!
I have only one more guest.
Oh, okay.
Paul Rudd is a constant guest with Conan. They always do bits together.
And he's on the list.
Oh! Yay!
Because they do this fucking awesome thing where every single time Paul Rudd's on, he's supposed to bring a clip of his movie, but it's always the same clip from the movie Mac and Me. And even though you know it's coming every time, and they even tell you this is probably going to happen, it's still hilarious, and I laugh at it every time.
Yeah, but didn't Letterman do that first with he would just like have an old-timey train falling off a track or something? I just feel like that shouldn't be, she shouldn't get points for that.
Don't give her points.
Host.
Now, here's the deal, too. It was my turn, and Gail went. And I was going to say Paul Rudd.
Yay!
Give Ron the points.
You did it.
All right, I'm sitting here thinking, I know this is up in the iBang. I'm not looking right now. But there is a guy who I thought there were two comics who did well and would come back for Conan O'Brien show. One, I believe, has done the show more than anyone else, Mark Maron. And two, since you're not reacting to that,
it's not on the list.
I know, that's what I said. That was one, so that isn't there. And two was Norm Macdonald.
Yay! You did
Everybody
it.
got points but Chris.
Don't worry, something's coming.
Well, Norm Macdonald.
Ralphie gets nothing.
Norm Macdonald's my favorite Conan guest because every time Conan uses him basically as a buffer for people I think he knows aren't good interviews. So, like, he had the snowboarder on, and then Norm's just sitting in the corner just fucking with her the entire time. Or when Courtney Thorne-Smith was on from Melrose Place, and he was literally just making fun of her and her career.
Now, that's your favorite guest, right?
That's my, I'm really excited about
I wonder if I should get extra points for that then.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
double points for Ron.
Oh, nice. So you're in the lead, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was doing so well, but I wasn't.
Well, you get points taken off for stealing Paul Rudd from me.
I have a guess.
Yes, it's your turn, Chris.
He just passed away, Mr. Abe Vigoda.
On the list.
Yes!
Oh, boy.
Why is no chanting? Why? Come on! I'm on the fucking board!
Yeah.
He was so mad.
That's
He
the
just
thing.
said, why is no chanting?
I guess we wanted to go for funny over angry, and it would be funny not to back you up. Go ahead, Gail, your turn.
Would Stephen Colbert be on the list since they did crossovers together?
That's not the full answer, but he is on the list.
Do I need his middle name?
Now I'm looking for somebody to complete that answer because he was part of a team.
Stewart. Johnny Stewart. What? How come I can't remember his name anymore? Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart.
Rod steals the points.
Oh!
Point
stealer.
Yeah.
There's point stealing in this game now.
Oh, no. I like Johnny Stewart, though. I think that's his, he can come back with a new career under the name Johnny Stewart.
All right, I got one for you, and I believe it's going to go very well. This is a gentleman who everybody loves and has been nominated for Oscar after Oscar after Oscar.
God.
Let's welcome to the list, if we may. Al Pacino.
Come on, he's got me on the list.
Yeah.
Come on.
She had a great big ass. My on that list. Put her ass on the list.
Al Pacino is not on the list.
Oh.
Has he ever done the show?
I don't know. Not a memorable enough appearance if he has.
Wait, I think I know. What's the deal with this list?
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld. Beto, put me on the list.
Jerry Seinfeld's not on this list either.
You dirty rat. It's me, Jimmy Cagney. I better go on that list.
Put him on the list, Vito.
Jimmy Cagney. Is he on the list?
Cagney's not on my list either.
Liar.
Hello, it's me, the first president of the United States, George Washington.
Spot on.
Did I make the list?
No. George Washington's not on the list.
It is I, the Son of God.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Is Jesus Christ on the list?
I'm surely there. I'll find my name on that list.
You wouldn't dare leave him off the list, would you?
That one's my fault. That's an error.
How many more names are on this list?
I have a Chris, do you have a legit guess?
Yeah, I have a legit guess. John Glazer.
No. Come
on. My guess would be T. Hanks, only because he's always
T. Hanks for the memories.
I didn't put Tom Hanks on because he kills it on every single show he's on.
And most of these people stink.
No.
Norm Macdonald goes on to another show and he does terrible.
I just meant
he eats shit.
Tom Hanks is such a big name on all those shows. These are people that are especially great on Conan. Now, this is a name that I don't know if you guys are going to guess, so I'm just going to...
Eli Manning?
No, it's a fucking Eli Manning.
Is it The Bachelorette?
If one of you would have said...
Did you watch on Monday, Coach?
I didn't.
Oh, it was nice. They couldn't whittle themselves down to 7 names.
Really?
She needed 8 fucking cocks hanging around her at all times.
She can't choose.
Yeah. All right, who'd you say? Eli Manning?
No, Harland Williams.
Really?
Yeah, he has these really goofy, weird appearances.
Half-baked?
Yes.
All right.
Now fully baked.
He has these weird, goofy appearances on the show that are just like a fun moment. Like if you talk to other Conan fans, they'll probably bring him up as.
Okay, I will. Just I'm going to talk to other Conan fans.
He just goes on and goes, "You been doing a bit of boasting, have you?
Little bit of that medicine.
Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine."
That's pretty good, Harlan.
And there's 2 more names. They're both former employees of the Conan show.
Oh, shit. Andy Richter.
Andy.
Is it Richter?
Andy?
No, we already went over. It's not.
Okay.
So it's Andy?
This person worked on the show before, and I'm going to say Barack Hussein Obama.
I don't think Obama worked for Conan.
I'm working on an Obama impression. Ready? I am not a crook.
That's good. Yeah. That's really good. I don't know if everyone's going to get it.
Me, President Obama.
Because so much of it is visual, but the voice
Bubblesy, Bob. Tilly Bob. Michelle, I'm going on the Conan show tonight. All right, so I don't know anybody who, like, he just never had a band. Max Weinberg?
No, so one of these people was actually in tons of sketches.
That's why I said John Glazer.
He was on an NBC show.
NBC show.
And he was on an NBC show.
Matt
Was
LeBlanc?
it Coach?
He was on 30 Rock.
Oh, Rob Lowe.
No, not Rob Lowe.
On
What's
30
his
Rock.
name?
It was an
I
employee of Conan.
Oh.
The dude with the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Does he have eyes?
Oh, eyeballs.
And a nose.
He does have eyes.
No mouth, though.
His name is... I can think of his character on 30 Rock, but
What's
Jack...
his pick? Jack Handy.
Jack...
Deep Thoughts?
Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy.
Jack...
Is it Jack Bauer? McMuffin.
McMurphy. Jack McGinnis. Jack McBrayer.
Yes.
Jack McBrayer.
Oh, okay.
On the
You
list.
got all the points.
Jack McBrayer was in like something over like 200.
He's so mad at me over the prop.
He doesn't like you anymore.
He was in over 200 sketches for Conan.
200
sketches for Conan between like a certain amount of years.
One of them any good.
And now there's one last person who also worked for Conan and was also on an NBC show.
Just tell us.
Richter.
Why don't you tell us which guest it is?
Mr. John Krasinski.
I did not know this.
He worked for... He was a writer?
No, he was just like a script guy.
Oh, isn't that what writers do?
Yes.
No, like a script supervisor.
Oh, script
type
boy.
thing.
Yeah.
That was his job.
Boy.
He comes on and he does this really weird marionette puppet impression.
Is that why he's so good at being like a puppet character when he's on different like shows? He did there's this weird show that's hosted by John something's wife.
Coach, it sounds like you've been sleeping.
No.
Dream.
It's a thing, and people lip sync. It's a thing, and they lip sync.
Oh, lip sync Bible.
And he just does this marionette thing, and it's really good. It's kind of freaky, but
Krasinski, Jim?
See if you can find
Jim Halpert.
Look it up
Jim
right
Halpert.
now.
Halpert.
He went places.
Now, if you could be a guest on any late night show, and obviously we know what Vito's would be. If you could be a guest on any late night show.
Charlie Rose.
Charlie Rose.
Mm-hmm. I'd pick Charlie Rose before any of the other shows. Number one, I like sitting in the dark. And number two, it's close to my house, Bloomberg TV. No, I think it's the most interesting of all the shows.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of that as a late night option.
Why? Where would you appear?
It's tricky now that I don't think I have.
Yeah, I think you'd be going Seth Meyers.
Yeah, my first thought was Seth Meyers. I feel like I would be most comfortable there. I mean, my obvious choice would have been Letterman, obviously.
Chris would be. I'm not sure where Chris would fit in at.
How good is he at charades?
He's very good at charades.
I mean, listen, put me on Fallon, it's on.
I see you more as a Kimmel guy.
I say he'd go on Conan. That would be his choice.
I wouldn't go on Conan.
Really?
I say I'd go on James Corden's show.
I like to just see you go on East Side Dave's show.
It's happening.
When?
It's nothing booked yet. I can't find Jim dancing.
This is made up.
I could just doing Proud Mary. But that's not even Jim.
It's really funny.
I thought that you were a huge Conan fan.
I was a huge Conan fan back when he was on 12:30.
Why are you angry? Just relax and tell us what happened between you and
He's still
Conan.
upset about the bra.
And as soon as he moved, I just stopped watching the show. But on 12:30, I watched it every single night.
Well, people like you were why he got bumped down the basic cable.
Now, the Jim Marionette is up on the iBank, I've been told. And it was one of your picks,
yes.
Vito. So why are you letting this guy run all over and do a bad job for himself?
Why are you making me look bad again, Vito? You know I need this.
He needs it so desperately.
He needs it bad.
Now, is it the sink off?
Yeah.
All right. Because he's also an expert pranksman.
Let's see.
No, it doesn't work.
Oh, God.
You motherfuckers.
I fucked up again.
Every time we say we're going to something on this thing, no one needs to see him being a marionette.
Screw John.
It is the Bennington Show. Norman Lear is Monday, July 11th at SiriusXM Studios. You can go to theinterrobang.com for free tickets.
So it's summertime. And I would like to know, for you, what is the dream road trip that you have always wanted to go on? You have not yet gone on, but what do you think would be the ultimate road trip?
I mean, it has for me. It's just cross country, and I feel like I'm too old to do it now. I feel like I'm over the hill.
You realize retired people do this?
Yeah, it's a very common thing.
And they do it in Winnebago.
That is a very...
You really don't understand the art of driving at all.
Oh, no. God, no.
Yeah, it's actually a very common thing for, retirees to go on, a road trip. It's so weird.
Yes. Yes, we were just discussing that.
I know.
Now, here's the thing, Chris.
Yeah.
Would you want to go top of the country or bottom of the country? You want to go up through Minnesota? Or do you want to go through the Midwest? Or, down through the Southwest?
I feel like going down to the Southwest and coming up.
What surprises me. Ending where?
Ending in the Pacific Northwest. Ending in
Wait.
That's
sorry, hold on.
Across the country? That's around the country.
That is a different kind of trip.
San Diego.
You just went 3,000 miles away.
Listen, I'm trying to keep it to cross country as opposed to around the country. I misunderstood. Sand dogs is when I end this thing.
Nobody says around the country.
And what are you driving at the time?
I'm gonna guess like a station wagon. Because I feel like a Winnebago's cheating.
The family truckster?
So you're taking your son, your daughter, and your wife. Aren't you worried that when you're looking at Chrissy Brinkley, you're going to eat some dog piss sandwiches?
It's fine.
Okay.
When I was a kid and I read On the Road, I was very... Because they go back and
Route
forth.
66.
Yeah, they do a lot. But then there was one that they did where they cut down and went from New York to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wanted to do that trip. Like, drive from New York to Mexico.
You know, I always wanted to go from Florida to Seattle and do a kind of cut across the country.
Yeah, that's
Just
an uncommon one.
Yeah, for the weirdness of it. Vito, what about you?
I've always wanted to do in one baseball season, hit every stadium in the country. That's something I've always thought would be amazing.
It's called Hack Every Stadium now.
I think like baseball stadiums every single one has its own character, and it's the only like stadium I care to go see, and I would just love to do that one year.
How many stadiums are there? How many baseball stadiums?
31.
So where do you begin your trip? Where do you end it?
Well, I think it would be cool if you start. I mean, since I'm from New York, I would start in New York at a Mets game, and then come back to New York and end at a Yankees game.
Mm. That actually makes a little bit of sense.
Pretty deep.
Now, so you're doing what, 31 parks?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to do that in 31 days?
You have to.
I don't even think that's possible with the MLB schedule.
I still want to do it.
Come on, we can figure it out. It's just a little bit of math. That's all.
Math.
And meth.
Plenty of
To
math.
say.
Oh, you're not sleeping during this thing.
No, I'm watching constant game after game.
I've always wanted to do that one football season, just go to one game. And
I just can't do it.
Every year I'm going to do a different one. This year, Oakland.
How many stadiums have you actually been to?
One.
Shay.
2 New York stadiums, Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs, Milwaukee, St. Pete. That's it. So 6.
You haven't even been to Philly or Boston yet?
I'm going to Philly this summer.
Yeah, you better crawl before you walk, son. All right, I'm going to guess Coach is heading right down to Buenos Aires, PA.
I want to make a C thing. You know, when you start in Boston, just go straight across because I want to see the Great Lakes, and then I'm just going to go down to California, New Mexico, cross around Texas, because I kind of want to go see, like, the races. That sounds fun. And then end up in Florida.
Wow.
Jesus.
We're all retired.
Madness.
We're all retired. At 22.
You're not walking. You'll have a car.
We just got a car.
Time for me to retire now.
I feel like the traveling will age me.
Actually, in the road trip that you can do, you can drive through Mexico, but you can drive in through South America. But I read this thing because I looked into it, and you have to cross this like really sketchy jungle. I can't remember where exactly the jungle is, but like some people just opt to like take a ferry, but like a lot of people don't make it out. They don't make it out alive.
Jesus.
But I've read about people. I don't know if it's going like from like Costa Rica to Panama or Panama to Colombia, but there's some like stretch of jungle that there's just like a dirt road down for many miles.
Wow, that's exciting. All right, I've thought all this over, and I'm going right down the Mississippi River on a paddle boat, old paddle boat.
That's nice.
Oh, and I plan to do this. When we come into the city of New Orleans, I'm going to light that boat afire and just come in full fucking heat. You know? And it's my hope that the people of New Orleans will give me king, just make me their Mardi Gras king. Give me beads, give me a funny hat, and off I go.
I think that they will.
Mm.
And you don't even have to take your top off for it.
Also, I want to do another tour called the Groundhog Tour. It's just you dig underneath the earth, and I want to pop up state by state, like popping up, looking around,
It's just
and then finally,
Kentucky,
yeah,
Tennessee.
My last state, I get to California, I pop out, and I just like, all right,
Nobody worry about me.
All right. By the way, that little thing that everybody loved is the least lovable, the least funny thing in the history of fucking motion pictures. And then when it ends, you just start to let everything, you know.
Yeah.
I'm alright. Don't nobody worry about me. You got to give me a fight.
It's just like it.
That's good.
That's the Groundhog Tour across America. Chris Stanley, what do we got coming up next? Because I've got to run over and do a job for the good people at Sirius XM.
Coming up next is Comedy 101, played for the first time on Raw Dog.
Everybody got a favorite part of this?
I think that I do. I think it would be Bonnie's. I don't want to give away for anyone who hasn't heard it, but it's the end of the night with Bonnie.
That's great. That's great. What do you got?
I don't know. There was a performer at the end that really took my heart. And I was listening and I was like, man, I like this kid.
Vito likes Vito.
Hugh Chatfield's set was my favorite part of the night.
Hugh Chatfield, best night of his life.
Yeah.
And as one of the judges said to him, what are we doing? Raising money? Coach, what do you have? Is it the night Messi quit?
Hugh's performance when one of the, I think it was Voss, who goes, he's fucking staring at me, and then Bobby Kelly goes, or one of them goes, that's his face, man. Stop being insecure. It's so good.
Yeah, this thing's awful. Oh boy. Comedy 101 coming up next. Ron Bennington.
TheInterrobang.com presents Comedy 101. Tell a joke or be a joke. The show where veteran comedians guide and mentor open mic comics. Coming to the stage are your hosts, Ron Bennington, Gail Bennington. This is Comedy 101.
Welcome to Comedy 101. How you guys doing tonight? I'm Ron Bennington. This is Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I am Ron Bennington. So, this is a very exciting show for us to do tonight because one of the things that's really difficult to do for young comics is to get into some of the Manhattan clubs. Just to be seen is an opportunity for them. So they're coming in here tonight. We've got 7 young comedians who haven't played these kinds of rooms. Now, on top of that, we've got some wonderful mentors for them.
Some people we think who will gently guide them into the next level.
Yes. You know what it is? It's experience.
Yeah.
It's experience and love for the business that does it.
Yeah.
Because one thing that you can find out, that these guys are a family, a loving family of comedy.
Yeah. You're going to see that. You're going to see the warmth. And honestly, I feel great about our role in this. I kind of feel like we're kind of like the De Medici family of New York stand-up comedy.
Yeah. That reference was a little too high for everybody.
That is, I promise it will be the last Renaissance reference of the night.
Good, because I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, do they have the cheese place down on the Lower East Side? Don't make me look stupid. Only one of us went to college.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. You know what? When I see you standing here on this stage, almost 6 inches off the ground. Yeah. I think to myself, that $110,000 has paid itself. You know, we are here at the Stand Comedy Club in New York City. Beautiful view overlooking.
It's incredible.
Manhattan. I'll just describe it to the radio audience. It's stunning. All right, are you guys ready to meet your comedy mentors? Because I'll tell you here, we have outdone ourselves with this, and we wanted to have it like where the chairs spin around.
Yeah, we wanted to do a whole, like The Voice, you know. We didn't have the budget.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of these guys will throw up. Folks, the new season of Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll premieres June 30th on FX. Here's a guy that is lighting it up all over. It's a blessing to have him here, Mr. Robert Kelly. Robert Kelly. Madness. Yes, you just sit there. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Yeah. That was fucking fake.
You know.
There's no way. There's no way.
See?
Nobody watches Sex, Drugs. No, nobody is. It's Louis. If you said Louis, I would get it. But... It's fucking
Come on, don't give away the big surprise.
There's 4 fat guys want to do a bang bang. Hi, buddy. How are you?
It's good to see you, my friend, and you almost accepted your applause. You're not very good at that. You're not good at knowing that people like you.
I still don't. I think, no.
No.
No, I'm not. No.
All right,
I'm really not.
What I love about this is you have no idea how this show works.
No, I don't know what I'm doing here, Ron. I literally,
Perfect.
They said you wanted me to do something, so I'm like, I should do it because you're like the Don Corleone of fucking comedy. It's like, I feel like you're... Yeah, Opie, then Jim, and you're secretly running fucking you're probably behind Howard's success too.
Well, here's the deal. You're going to be, these comics will come up, they'll be doing their set, much like you started in Boston many years ago. This is an opportunity. When you ring the bell, they have to stop their set and you give them some advice. That's simple. And then they jump back into their set.
Wow, this sounds mean.
Yeah.
Has anybody fucking killed themselves from this?
No, I talked to these guys. They're all, first of all, you don't even understand it. They're going to be just excited to see you sitting there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that you call. Yeah. You didn't call us famous comedians. You called us veterans. That really says it all.
Yeah. Well, I was just going by the.
I should have a hat.
I was going by the PSTD or whatever it's fucking called.
I should have a hat with a ship on it.
Well, we'll get you one. All right, our next judge coming up. Well, it's Robert Kelly's lovely wife. You know her from her book, You're Better Than Me. Ladies and gentlemen, Bonnie McFarlane is here.
It's amazing. Clearly none of my family here.
Yeah. Now, how long have you two been married? Is it,
We've been married for 18 years.
18 blissful years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're killing it. You guys took that show out was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You never see, here's the thing. These are established veteran comedians, and they will not accept the fact that they're successful. Neither one of you seems
Yeah, we're successful. Yep, we're here on a fucking Wednesday. Yep. You know,
I didn't say overly successful.
Successful comedians are home on their yacht.
Yeah, Kevin Hart's out on his yacht tonight.
That fucking twink's probably jogging somewhere. Some fucking poor black guy from Philly taking photos of his back.
Yeah, you're right. This may end up being mean. I don't know.
Getting that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to be funny. I'm always funniest right after a mass shooting. So.
You know, what surprises me is I would have bet too soon, but it worked.
It went over well. It went over really well.
He said twink, so I thought it was all okay.
Yeah, it's all okay now.
Woo! Fucking Bonnie is the funniest motherfucker in this room.
No one has ever doubted that. All right, our last comedian tonight is
Ron. Before you announce him,
yes.
Can you have this guy, this gorgeous couple? You're beautiful. Can you please just eat the last fucking empanada? You're fucking killing me. Just give it to the fucking fat guy in the back or something. You're fucking killing me. Throw it away.
Are you guys going to eat that?
Put a napkin over it.
Okay. Unfortunately, they're going to eat it.
Yeah, slow eat it.
Yes. It'd be like food porn as you sit here tonight. This next comedian, we all love him, and he is the dean, the absolute dean of New York crowd work. You can hear.
He doesn't know what that means. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
He thinks you forgot his name.
All right, he's really good at crowd work. You can hear him on My Wife Hates Me on the Riotcast Network, and it airs on Opie Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, he's here tonight, Rich Voss! Rich Voss, everybody. And this is an exciting and rare night because you're without a hat.
You know what? Ron, the mass shooting she was talking about was the load in her face last night.
That's fucking definitely too soon.
I had a lot of backup.
That's the kind of shooting you don't have to wash off. It just evaporates.
It's like an air gun.
What I don't understand, when you were giving credits, how can you didn't say Bobby from Game of Thrones?
You gotta throw a fucking stinker out this quick?
It's a numbers game.
Yeah. Every time you hear him say one that doesn't work, you're getting closer to one that will.
Yes.
Nice.
It's like marriages.
You know what? They have a great act and an awful marriage. That's and you know what? They wouldn't trade that. They're happy. They're happy that way.
Whatever.
Well, Rich, you've done this before. You can, get the other judges up to it anytime. That when the young comedian is up here doing his act, you hit the bell and give him some lovely advice to help him along on his way.
Well, that's what we're here for, because we like to nurture these young guys.
Shut up.
Bobby thought food was being brought out.
I saw his head was on a swivel. I'm like... By the way,
sounds like the clubs you work on the weekends.
All right, are you guys ready to start Comedy 101?
All right, so let's welcome our first comedian. He's 27 years old from Glen Falls, New York. Once while driving a school bus, he hit a parked car, fled the scene, making the kids promise not to tell. Let us welcome to the stage Eric Lerman.
Eric, go get him, buddy.
Hey, how are you?
Still have your bus,
Sure.
And you still have your bus driver outfit on now.
Yeah.
Did somebody pat him down? I'm not getting shot for this shit.
Oh, no. Hey, guys, make all the jokes you want, but this is actually a $300 jean suit from the Levi's store. I stole it today. You know, I'm not much of a shoplifter, but as they say, carpe denim.
I'll take this one.
Sure.
What? I just want to know what carpe means.
I know.
I do too.
Yeah.
Well, it starts with your first language, Latin. You're the only one here old enough to start it with that language.
Boston does his act in Latin.
Wait, you know what your problem is right now?
What's that?
You're not reading the notes off of your left hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, all my comedy is off the cuff.
Oh, my God.
Whoa!
It looks like you're wearing a dungaree jumpsuit.
No, as I said, it's a Levi's jumpsuit.
Listen. I want... Where are you from?
Glens Falls, New York.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
How much does it cost to get back there?
15 by bus, 40 by train.
I got it.
All right.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, keep going.
Well, this is my first time performing at the Stand.
Oh, no shit.
Voss just broke his bell.
His little hands can't get all the way over it.
No, Goose from Top Gun. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is my first time performing at the Stand. Nice intimate room. Good change of pace from the stadium scene.
Wow. I'll have a hot dog.
All jokes aside.
I'm fucking on fire. Good.
Yeah.
Your best bet is to leave now and let me finish.
All right, that's fine.
No, go ahead.
No, all jokes aside, my career is not going how I want it to be.
We know. You have to say that again. We get that.
Yeah, so it's actually tough. I just found out that I'm 5 years older than Justin Bieber, yet he's nearly twice more successful than me.
That's because your parents are fucking ugly.
I know. I'm not saying...
Oh, I'm sorry. She fucking made a joke about 50 people dying. You laughed at her.
Yes.
Man.
I got one fucking ugly guy from upstate dying, and you fucking turn on me.
I'm not saying he's ugly, but they had to airbrush his silhouette.
I'm not going to laugh
That's fucking
at that.
clever.
Yeah.
Did you get that? That's fucking...
Oh.
Hey, Eric, everybody, let him hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys.
Wait.
He killed it.
I think he learned a lot.
Yeah.
I think he
didn't
learned
let
a
him
lot.
do anything.
It wasn't me that didn't let him do anything.
What, do they have a certain amount of time?
Yes, it's radio.
Ron, I said, listen, when we do this, they don't get mad, right?
Yeah.
He's mad.
No, he's mad in life. Look at him.
We're going to get killed.
Bonnie, Bonnie, what did you think of the young gentleman?
Yuck.
Yuck, okay. Rich, what do you think? Has he got it? Because it seemed like he was fresh.
Listen, that's the kind of guy, believe it or not, if he just maybe does something like writes a joke or something, he could get some open mics in Brooklyn.
All right.
Right?
All right,
Yeah.
What do you think?
Look, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. I mean, look, he was all right, but gee, he went up first, which sucks. We're all whipped up. We're looking for accolades.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, you threw the fucking weird guy to the wolves. I mean, I know most of these guys are going to look like fucking ghost hunters. I feel bad for him. I'd give him another fucking minute.
I would let him do 3 minutes and without us fucking with him. That's just me.
Let's not get carried away. I don't want to go through that. Let's just bring up the next
guy. No one's carried you away anywhere.
Oh, shit.
You almost didn't get the word carried out, though. You got excited.
Before we move on, let's see what David Cross thinks of him.
Whoa.
Oh.
Eat the fucking panada.
Did you nibble at it at least? All right. Gail, who's our next young rising star?
All right. The next comic told a college professor that his brother was suicidal just so he could go to the Yankees World Series parade.
Wow, I like it.
He also said he had sex with a Princess Jasmine lookalike who tossed his salad without even asking. Let's give it up for Kevin Goatee.
Kevin Goatee.
I think because I had that.
What's up, fuckers?
Slow down the energy.
Oh, you know, here we go. Here we go.
Confidence.
Okay,
we don't
you're
like
not
it.
teaching high school gym class.
No, yes, he is.
Maybe if Bobby Kelly would attend gym class once in a while, he might be a little better off.
And boo. Stick to you got fucking 3 minutes, sucker. Come on.
A little bit about me. I'm starting to go bald in the back, or as I'm calling it, the flesh yarmulke. Now I'm debating about going on Propecia.
So did 40 other comics call it the flesh yarmulke. I'm just saying. I want you to be original.
Thanks for just keep saying. Now I'm debating about going on Propecia, which of course can fuck up your sperm. So if I knock my wife up and we have a kid, the kid could come out retarded. We can't say retarded anymore. Let me back that up. My wife and I could end up having a kid who looks like he roots for the Philadelphia Eagles. Fuck Philly in that shitty town.
Hold on. What do you have to say there, Bonnie?
This guy's retarded.
No one's arguing that point.
I think you should move to Canada.
All right. I quit online porno. I'm done with online porno. I've moved on to LinkedIn profile pictures. It's a whole new challenge. I'm a sucker for a gal in a business suit. What can I say?
He's waiting for us to ding. He's like, I can't believe they're letting me speak for this long. Even he's amazed.
Because his fucking act is mesmerizing, isn't it?
Why is he so annoying?
I know.
There's something about him.
I feel like I have a job at a business office.
I know. Climb back up the beanstalk and start again.
Couldn't that alligator in Disney World eat you instead of a 2-year-old boy?
Oh, come on, man. This is the king of counterpunching. Go, Rich.
I'm going at it. Fuck it.
Come on, what's the next one?
The next one. I'm debating. I already did that one. Fuck that noise.
Do a good one.
Thank you. Do a good one
Do your
now.
closer.
All right. Closer. Here we go.
Slow it down. Relax. Sit down.
Listen to me. Honest to God, dude. Right. Chill. Stop this fucking bouncing.
Right.
Take a breath. Right. This is your time to. The last guy.
You're not selling condos.
Yeah, dude.
I know. Listen. Yeah. I mean, this is good practice if you're going to do cruise ships.
Yeah. They pay well.
You really do have timeshare energy.
I know.
Listen. Slow down.
Right.
And this is your last joke. We're not going to say shit. We're going to let you get it out. Look at the crowd. Don't look at us. And do it, man. Do it. Relax.
I'm a 39-year-old first-time father. There we go. That's good. I like that. I'm a 39-year-old first-time father, which makes me a great-great-great-grandfather in the African-American community. So I got that going for me, which is nice.
Oh, my God.
I know.
How could you not say colored?
I'm advanced. Yes.
You should use. Can he use that?
What?
Forget it. Nice
Kevin, everybody. Great job, Kevin.
Give it up for Kevin Goatee. Solid 10. Keep it going, guys.
Thank you.
I tell you, these guys are fucking not taking this well. They love it. They could give a fuck about us.
I know.
They're just, you're getting ruined. No, we're not. He's like, fuck him, fuck her.
He thought they're thinking this is their big audition at the Stand.
Well, it is. Yes.
No one. No.
It is.
No.
Yes, that's why.
Buddy, if someone comes out here and starts fucking killing, we're going to be like, that was good. And then and Patrick's going to be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And Booker.
What's he going to do?
Blah, 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 blah. Whatever, I forget what Patrick thought.
Yeah, that was an impression of the guy who owns the stand.
Wow. One of the 8.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we should give this next guy or girl, because we haven't, it could be a girl, a
I
shot.
doubt it.
Women are funny too, Bonnie.
I don't think.
It's all a documentary about that.
Yeah. I have to say that every night before I go to bed.
Bobby, bad news. The empanada's gone.
Good. For God fucking sakes, you fucking thin shit couple.
What did he have? Like fried bananas?
No, he fucking had they ordered food, they took a couple bites and called it a night. And it's fucking 8. It's not like it's fucking 11 where you might have a conscience. They were like, oh, that's enough. Fuck off.
I know.
Bobby,
I know.
I didn't explain this. This is your first time. We're judging the comics, not the audience.
Sorry, Ron, I'm sorry.
This
I
gentleman
apologize.
ordered food.
I apologize.
And would like to eat it at his own pace.
I apologize.
Is that your girlfriend, sir? Is that your girlfriend? No?
That's why you're not
I
eating.
was like a first date, so you guys are trying to fake each other out. You're not dating? What's
really?
that? Have you ever gave him a hand job at least?
Yeah. What? You never gave him a hand job? And he bought you food? Dude,
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'll suck your dick for those fries.
Here come the fries.
Holy.
I'm
All right.
I'm joking. I'm fucking joking.
Now all of a sudden you need fries.
That was what they call a slow one.
Yeah. All right. Our next young comedian, Gail.
I hope we have 20
yeah.
of them tonight.
Our next young comedian is in fact female. She is double jointed.
She's
double jointed in her arms and said once a manatee pooped on her.
Oh, Bobby!
Let's put our hands together.
I felt you get excited.
Put your hands together for Jessica Mears.
Jessica Mears.
What the fuck?
You win. You good. Whatever you said, you win.
The listening audience might like to guess that Jessica's stunning. So,
holy shit!
Jesus,
so glad I didn't eat that fucking empanada.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
You look like a manatee.
No, he
I'm
looks
sorry,
like
it's-
he looks like your left
You look like you
kid.
could feed manatees.
Oh, all right. Cool.
Big tits, nothing. All right.
But thank you. You're cool.
Okay, you're welcome, baby. Do your first joke.
Are those real?
Okay.
The shoes.
That's oh, my shoes. Okay. So
Don't do it.
Interesting
Don't do
question.
it. Just go into the act.
I don't like it when people ask me, "Are those real?" Like, to me, that's a stupid question. Like, idiot. Like, why would you say that to somebody upon meeting them? Like, it's just dumb. Like, of course they're not real.
her boss's balls.
They're perfect, okay? And nothing in life
That was
that's
Ron.
perfect.
That wasn't me. I don't want to take credit for that on the radio.
But wait,
Ron is right, though. I don't know how he knows that.
It was the taste.
Well, wait a second. And then we'll let you move on because we're gonna. But why would you get fake breasts if you're just going to be a comic?
How is she going to open for Norton?
Because I
I'll tell you how grow a penis.
It just fit. That was a good spit
That'll
take.
do her act. We haven't got there yet.
Anyway,
All right, go
because I
ahead.
love titties to answer.
I think this was going to be the way it's going to go for you for the rest of your
I'm like
career.
gonna tell
So
a
just
joke
suck it
once,
up.
I think. Anyway.
You'll get to work a
Yeah.
lot of clubs one time.
Okay, cool.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. I'm going to tell a joke if that's all right.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it.
Thanks.
Do it.
I'm just not feeling good right now, guys.
Because people are looking at your boobs.
No.
I have a cure
It's
for that.
actually, like,
I
I
have a
had
cure
to-
for that. It's called a sweater.
Yeah.
I had to pee before I came in here, and I have issues with public restrooms to begin with,
Yeah.
and so fucking gross. There was a pubic hair on the toilet seat.
Sorry.
I was like, oh my god, that is so disgusting. Who the fuck still has pubic hair?
Well,
Gross.
Wait till you're married.
Yeah. Wait till you're 45 and your eyebrow hair and your pubic hair connect. Enjoy these wonderful years, honey. What's next?
I guess you guys think I'm hot, but to be honest with you, like, I've never been a really confident person. Like, growing up in school, I got made fun of a lot, especially like middle school. A lot of boys were picking on me, and my mom was like, Jessica,
don't care.
All right. So my mom was like, Jessica, you know when those boys are picking on you, it's just because they're jealous. And I was like, yeah. Why are they jealous? And she said, because they can't grow a mustache yet.
Oh, self-deprecating. You have a mustache?
No, I waxed
She's
everything.
only got hair above the waist.
Yeah.
you know, a lot of comics will do their set with one bosom out.
Yeah. That's the new thing in Brooklyn.
I've heard of that.
It's called one titty.
Yeah. He's got one out.
I give you credit. She's done, right?
No, let her keep going.
Shit.
Let her keep going.
Please let it be done.
No, but
you got one more. Good. One more. Go.
So far, you.
She just hates me because of like the way I look.
We all.
please.
No.
That's totally fine. I get it. That happens. But I mean, it's like.
Oh, do you think this is like a girl-on-girl crime?
I don't know. Like, I'm just feeling a lot of like.
Well, that's what this is. I don't know if you saw what we did to the other two fellas.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I was sequestered outside, so I didn't. But I get it. It's fine. It's
No,
whatever.
I think if you're getting on stage to be judged by three of the meanest people on the planet, then you should wear the tightest clothes you own.
Yeah.
Jessica, everybody. Jessica.
Wow. Thanks.
Jessica Mears. Great job, Jessica.
Wasn't she great, Jessica?
Wow.
What? This is not right.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking lied to me. I said, do they get it? No, they love it. They fucking
They know
hate
what's
it.
happening.
I mean, she's going to write a fucking blog.
Right.
The other guy's going to fucking probably beat the shit out of all of us. And the first guy's going to fucking probably kill me.
But no, not if you're going downhill.
You know.
No, he'll come back.
Jessica was only upset with Bonnie. I think.
Only with me because I guess I'm supposed to like her.
Right.
You should have complimented her tits more. I think
I
you
know.
guys
I
would've-
feel like I didn't.
I think she's yeah.
Well,
I just belled myself.
Yeah.
I do feel like it's brought it down a little bit. Now I feel like
No, it's fine.
I'm going to be
It's
nice
fine.
to the next person.
I got news for you, Bunny. I'd dive over those tits to get to you. I'm serious. I'd have to have a running start.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes.
And a trampoline.
I would let her shit on my chest while Norton was shitting on her to suck those titties.
Right. But the thing is, Bobby, that happened before. So you're back doing the same shit as
But here,
always.
can I say something honestly though? She really did come in to. Did she know that she was going to be kind of roasted?
Yes, that's the whole thing that we told him.
I mean, look, you come in looking like that.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, what are we supposed to do?
Right. And you can't attack Bonnie. Bonnie's, I would step over her to fucking smack Bonnie in the face.
That's beautiful. It really is.
That's why my face looks like this.
Yeah, we're saving that for court. All right, everybody.
Is there somebody walking us to our cars after
I
this?
mean,
You know, if seriously, there's not an open mic comic in this town.
like
that can
I
beat
was
you up.
honestly going to try to be clever, and then Bobby started doing his hogwash. I was like, oh, I guess.
Yeah, it's Bobby's fault. That's it.
Why do you say hog?
All right, this who's the next comedian we got? What is this, number 5?
This is number 4.
Number 4.
Yes.
Number 4.
Hey, before we bring up the comic, though, can they turn the heat up at all? Because it's a little cold.
Well, you can see by the decor here that this is a sauna.
Yeah, the fucking.
It's beautiful.
Everyone, remember, towel before you sit down. That's the only thing we say. You can be naked anywhere else. Towel to sit down.
This is good.
All right, Gail, who do we got next?
All right, our next comedian, his mom is an actress. His dad writes books. He's named Eagle, and he's ready to fly.
Oh, God.
Love it.
Let's give it up for
Jesus.
Eagle Wit.
Eagle!
Man, you don't have to do comedy, buddy. Just take your shirt off.
I agree. Right, I'm with you on this.
This is what happens when you fail in comedy, so. All right. Y'all gonna let me get some jokes out?
Yeah, well, it's up to you. It's not up to us.
Go ahead.
We want you to get jokes out.
I've never saw a black Pocahontas. Go ahead.
You look like the Rock on crack.
Jesus Christ.
This is the boldest nigga in comedy right here.
Can you just let him do it before his ankle bracelet goes off? That was racist. I'm sorry. Because you
Boss, you've been doing stand-up this long, you can't get booked tonight?
I am booked. Hey, listen. Wait.
Let me get a joke out.
Hold on. If this joke doesn't work, can we all water your sneakers?
They can't see it to laugh. They're not going to laugh. They can't see it.
Go ahead, tell
All
a
right,
joke.
go ahead. Get the G. Right. Go ahead. Let's go. Here we go. This better be good.
It's better. God damn.
Come on. You're right. Get the joke out.
Go ahead.
I recently went clubbing, and I had my hair out, and a dude grinded on me. That's not the funny part. Fuck everybody.
We know
Here's the thing. Shut the fuck up. Here's the thing that sucks.
Yeah. Hey,
I didn't know what was happening at
laugh.
first.
You can't do that.
All right,
unless
so
they
go ahead.
laugh.
Go ahead.
You can't just.
My bad. Go ahead.
When you, honest to God, when you say that joke and you do that fucking pause, like here it comes, and they don't laugh, you can't go. That's not the funny part. You understand what I'm saying? That happened one night and they laughed. You went, that's not the funny part. And you went, oh, I'll write that in. You can't do that. You gotta take it out when they don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious.
I know.
All right, good.
Are you going to fuck that white girl with the big titties?
They're fake. They're fake. Did she tell you they're fake?
All right, go ahead.
She told you they're fake?
Who gives a fuck if they're fake? A load on
You
fake
still wanna hit
titties
it?
is the same. I don't want to hit. Yeah, on the side, on her jaw. This is my bitch right here.
Come on, tell the
She look like she didn't believe you. That's not your bitch.
Tell the joke, dude. I think I like you.
Yeah?
I don't like you guys.
I like him. I like him. I think he's got something.
Where the fuck was I in the joke? Can I do a different
it's called
joke?
You said that's not the funny part, and you were going to get to the funny part.
He does have something. I think it's lice.
Here's my thing. Who is that? Does anybody know who the girl in the middle is?
How do you not know Bonnie McFarlane?
Nice to you, asshole.
She's being nice to you.
Jesus.
And she's a dentist.
I need a dentist.
No shit. That's the joke, stupid. You fucking idiot. Not only you have to learn how to tell one, you got to learn how to
I
listen
never thought
to one.
I'd rather do an open mic than a show. This is terrible.
All right,
Come on,
Go
dude,
ahead.
you do it.
What type of music y'all listen to in here?
Oh, boy.
The gongs.
Silence?
Hey,
That's
you
what's
want-
up. No
Want
doubt.
to hear what kind of music we listen to? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking with you.
Go ahead.
I'm a big rap fan. I think rap's in a great place right now, as well as like a terrible place at the same time. Because like the music's great, it's just inaudible. Like you don't know what these rappers are saying. Like any given day, you can see me walking around with headphones, and I'll be like, "Henna, henna, 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 that's my best friend." You'd be like, dude, just look up the lyrics.
Does anybody want
I'm
the
like-
bell?
Come on, he was right to the
This is a new
punchline.
part of the show.
There was
That's
like,
fucked up. He's right
there was
to the
like
punchline,
build up
Bobby.
and punchline coming.
Listen, I saw it
and he was
coming.
like, I need Rogaine, and it just didn't work
Yeah.
out.
I saw it coming, all right, because your
It's
eyes
okay.
opened up.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
How are you doing today? You doing good? That's what's up. These niggas suck.
You just call me, the N-word?
This is so fun. All the judges are white. They can't say nigga back. This is fun.
I guess you don't know Rick Moss.
He's wrong about that. Have him run alongside my car later.
That was Eagle, folks.
Eagle win, everybody. Eagle win.
Listen, folks. He might not have got through this, but he has taken first place on the corn on the cob eating contest.
What the fuck
Shut up.
is that?
I want to fucking throw him
What
carrots.
was that?
He has big teeth. So do I. I'm allowed to say it. I got big teeth.
Yes, you can say the T word.
I think out of all... I think for anybody listening, they should not focus. They're not going to win. Okay? But they should focus on just getting that joke. We're going to fuck with them. They should focus on doing their fucking joke and being funny and taking the hit. Part of being funny is when someone has a good one, you laugh at it.
Right.
You don't get fucking mad.
Thank you, Simon Cowell.
You should have dropped the Simon.
Suddenly turned into a TED Talk.
Who are you?
Oh my god.
Now we're turning on each other. This is the fucking meanest thing. Who the fuck created this piece of shit?
We didn't expect you guys to be this way. We really...
You fucking said, ring the bell, ring the bell.
By the way, all this is edited out for the people at home. All right, who we got next, Gail?
Next, our next comedian loves sunsets, the countryside. He's a jack of all trades.
Who is it, Opie?
Go ahead, Gail.
Let's welcome to the stage Hugh Chatfield.
Hugh Chatfield.
Oh man.
Oh,
He's a
Jesus.
ringer.
How you doing, everybody?
Hi.
My name is Hugh Chatfield, and if you can detect that I'm making an extra effort to be articulate, you may understand that this is because I'm fucking brain damaged.
Oh.
Just like you.
You see, that was good.
Yeah, it was good.
First of all, this is all an act. I saw him outside. He's fucking normal.
He was
all
playing
bullshit.
fucking hacky sack outside.
Yeah, he drove here with his foot.
Okay.
You're right. I'm nothing like you. I graduated law school.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Wait.
He's really angry.
Then I
Yeah, you're really angry. Do your fucking act. Turn that way.
All right.
Stop
Then
turning
after
your
graduation-
mentally ill rage at me.
All right. Jesus.
If I went through the hot chick, I'm fucking with you, all right?
And if you win tonight, you get a bib.
You know what? That was too far. That was too far.
I'm just trying to be funny. Go ahead.
Let him talk.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Are you happy?
Am I happy? Yeah.
I like this guy.
Yes, that I can stand up straight.
Richard.
Jesus
Are we
Christ.
kidding? What the fuck?
No, listen.
I'm just fucking with him.
Rich can also make fun of him because Rich has the same affliction.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That was mean.
I'll stand up straight when you bend over.
First of all, if the hot chick said that, you wouldn't be going that crazy, okay? It's your fucking phonies. You're a bunch of fucking phonies.
First of all, you got to admit.
That was good. That was good.
He nailed me. I surrender, Dorothy. I'm out. Go ahead.
I want to hear a joke. I want to hear a fucking joke.
Quit looking at me like that.
But
Jesus Christ.
he can't help it. It's not you. It's him. Stop taking it personal. It's an affliction, you fucking insecure asshole.
Hey, wait, hold on. Ron, you two don't look at me when I say something. You brought him here. Go ahead.
I want to hear a fucking joke. I think he's got a good joke. Let's hear it.
Yeah, well, you're going to need more than 3 minutes.
We're all going to hell, and it's fucking Ron Bennington's fault.
I've got
Ron Bennington is the
lose.
fucking. Look at him over there, just fucking laughing.
I graduated Harvard Law School.
Right.
Summa cum laude.
That's great.
Then I crashed my car and I had a severe brain injury.
Right. Oh.
So by the grace of God, I was saved from becoming an attorney.
Okay. All right. I like that. That was a good joke. Now, if you could do it towards them and not towards me like a fucking crazy person, then we're going somewhere.
Then I'm in the hospital, and my father comes in the room, and he's in tears. I said, Dad, what's wrong? And he said, I paid for law school.
That's pretty fucking funny. He paid for law school.
Everybody, let him hear it. Yeah, buddy. Great job, Hugh. Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Chatfield, everybody.
Let
him hear
That last joke was fucking pretty funny.
That guy.
I mean, he couldn't understand it.
I thought you,
but it was pretty fucking funny.
I thought he was going to say his dad said that was my car.
No, this guy.
He said, I paid for law school.
I heard him.
Okay. Of course you do. You speak like him.
Did I go too far? Edit it out.
The only thing is he's my ride. So I got to make sure he doesn't leave now.
Ron, should we not be this mean?
No. This is the show is the show. But I haven't met any of these guys before.
Can I just say something about the last guy? I mean, very funny on paper, and I don't know if it's because he doesn't have full use of his emotions, but he was the only one who could really take it.
Right.
He's slow.
Yeah.
He didn't.
He's going somewhere.
He looked angry, but that's his look.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he didn't really get fucking, he did his jokes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Here we... Everybody lean in. Wisdom's coming.
Yeah.
Those of you playing the drinking game, you know what to do.
Everybody get ready for a meme.
What's a meme?
Oh, God.
You know it as a meme.
What is that?
He doesn't get that either.
No. Well,
he didn't get it twice.
If I don't know what a fucking meme is, why would I know what it is twice?
God damn it.
Bonnie's going to explain that later tonight.
No, I'm not.
That is if she doesn't go home with you, Jackfield, which is always possibility. And I mean by mistake. All right. Thank you, Bobby.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Welcome to hell, Ron. Welcome to hell.
I haven't seen any of these comics yet. They were brought to us by our friends at the Interrobang. Let's hear them for that tonight.
Hey, Ron.
Yes.
And Ron.
Yes.
And nobody else has seen him either.
Well, that's true. This is their opportunity.
They're fucking killing it.
Yeah. Let's go to the next comedian.
Our next comedian spends his day guiding a blind man around the city. He is very good with tools, and he can make the noise of any animal the world has ever had.
And he just got hired in the back.
He's your Comedy 101 reigning champ. Give it up. Give it up for Phil.
Look at this.
guys know
everybody.
him?
Yes.
Phil, can you do me a favor real quick, though?
Hi,
Just
Rich.
put your ear to the ground and tell us if anybody else is coming here.
I don't know.
Hey, where can I get dumplings?
I don't know.
Go ahead. I want to hear the joke. Let's do it.
All right.
We have our eye on you. Something you've never said.
What is it?
You guys like having three-ways? All right. My favorite position.
Every time Bobby fucks, it's a three-way.
Fuck you. Didn't even make sense. You don't like me if you laughed at that.
I only like having a one-ways. It's just me and all the bitches. You like that?
Though, I mean, the way you say bitches is funny because you can't say it. But
no.
All
Holy,
right.
were you hit in the face with a pan?
Do they all?
What'd you say, Bonnie?
Do they all have brain injuries?
Yeah, are we raising money for something?
It's for the guy that went up before me.
What's that?
It's for that guy that went up before me.
Don't ad-lib. Keep going.
Okay.
He's starting to twitch. You know what that means?
Know what that means?
Get down!
All right.
Do you want me to sit behind you like you're pulling me?
I don't get it.
You don't have to get it, Phil.
Here's a joke. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell a joke.
Some black guy robbed me a few days ago. Yeah, and then I asked the police to kill him.
What the fuck did you just say? What am I fucking doing here?
No, but you know the worst part?
What the fuck, Ron?
You gotta let him ease into his set.
Come on, Margaret. Go ahead.
The worst part about it is I checked the news about the cops killing black guys to see if the person was the one I'm looking for. That's not the one. So what am I going to do now? Because I think I'm responsible for police brutality. Because that night, when I called the cops, I probably wasn't clear about what he looks like. Am I going to hell?
No,
Relax, I'll get you back on my side.
Is this a story?
I didn't think we had to say this, but no throwing bells at the comedians.
I don't know where that came from.
Look, be a little nicer. Ali Wong just had a baby.
It's on Netflix.
Hey.
How do you miss it?
Were you in the movie Apocalypto?
You're the Asian powder.
That doesn't even make. He's the
I
powder
don't
was-
know. I'm just throwing him out.
Come on, let's go. Do another joke.
One bad one.
Do a joke.
Yeah. A joke. Do your best joke.
Okay.
No, just do it like 5 more minutes.
All right.
That's what we should do. Is just let him keep going for an hour.
Okay.
Phil?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right.
There you go.
Did they catch the black guy?
Not yet. Yeah. When I talk to women,
what?
I'm actually starting to like it.
What?
It's so fucking bad. It's good. It's coming around.
Yes.
So like meditation, gets to you.
Yeah.
Look at each
So,
this is like learning kung fu. Hurry up.
Slow
Hurry
motion.
up.
yeah.
Go to the bed.
You got it.
When I talk to girls, I like to pretend like I'm playing Pokemon. Something. People come up to me and ask, "Hey, Phil, so where did you two meet?" And I would say, "I found this bitch in the grass."
That was just
Thank you.
fucking retarded. I mean, but it's
along with dinner.
Yeah.
Say all you want, but
I
you're
just
gonna,
want to say it.
That night you're watching Dateline, you're going to go, I know that guy.
No, dude, keep going. You're killing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it
The
home.
vibe.
All right.
Oh, God.
Yep. Holy shit, he's giving
My
me
friend in
anxiety.
So one of my college friends is studying about cancer. He told me about what it's like, what causes it.
Are you a girl or a boy?
I'm a boy. He told me.
Normally Norton asks that question.
What's the cause it?
Legally, you don't have to answer that.
So he said it's caused by stress and negative emotions. So
now we all have cancer.
Yeah. Those are the.
You said a lot.
So I have a theory.
You have a theory?
Yeah, I think women is what causes cancer. It comes from the sound of the
Which
of their
plural or
voice.
singular?
Just in general.
What does that mean?
He said woman causes cancer. It's forget it.
Yeah. And I think I'm right.
Have any of the judges ever cried?
Hey, buddy, here's 20. Will you fucking leave? Take it. This is the. Hey.
God. I don't know. I like him.
Huh?
He's a crowd favorite.
You know what is great about him? He's very slow, but still misogynistic.
Yes.
If you wait, ladies, you will be offended.
Stick around.
Wait.
He fucking is superior, this guy.
His timing was great.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody just captivate an audience.
Yeah.
Unless they were holding a bus hostage.
All right. Got some rough news, everybody. This is the last comedian of the evening.
Thank God. This is the worst fucking comedy.
This is the most fun I've had in a long time. Do you understand how we are destroying dreams?
I feel bad though. I legitimately feel bad.
I don't think of them as people.
We do need to do like a quote contest, and then you have to guess, is it Bonnie or Hitler who said that? It becomes so much better when you don't think of them as people. I can't believe it took us that long to bring up Hitler, ladies and gentlemen. It is a new record. Now, this next comedian, this is his first time on stage.
I mean, the other guys had others. They've been on stage before?
Yeah. Some of them have been doing it for 3-4 years.
Where? Poughkeepsie?
Someday.
Running.
All right, Gail, who do we got?
Hailing from the Upper West Side. His favorite movie is Jack Frost. He is a Subway sandwich points card holder. You know him from The Bennington Show on Sirius XM.
What contestant do you eat?
So, where did you get your shirts?
Casual mail.
Okay,
Genuine question.
That was real. I wasn't fucking around. I need to know.
So I've always wanted to do stand-up comedy since high school, but I never had the time. So when this came up,
not when you're at a diner all day.
No.
Those all you can eat.
So I
put the donuts and the kids down.
So I thought I would do a bunch of the material I never got to do when I was in high school.
Oh, this should be fun.
Like, hi, will you go with me to the prom?
So So if you guys don't mind.
We do.
No. Yeah, that's okay.
You guys on MySpace?
You know they make fucking...
So, me and my girlfriend got into an argument because I wasn't her number one friend in her top 8. And I was like, who the fuck is this Tom guy?
Hey, be happy he called you Guy.
And I swear to God, if he goes to Fordham Prep, I'm going to be furious. And then that's the part where everybody in my high school would have went nuts because that's our big rival.
Yeah. You know they make notebooks the size of your hand bigger, right?
Jesus
you you little fucking gorilla. Get a normal size fucking notebook. So, did you have that Asian kid write those jokes on there for you?
So I went to an all-boys...
That's a normal-sized notebook.
If you're back in high school.
I went to an
Are you climbing the Empire State Building after the show?
I went to an all-boys Catholic high school. And
you suck dick.
And our detention was walking in a circle for an hour. And I don't like to walk as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. No, I hate it.
I didn't say that. He did.
Oh.
Be aware of your audience, big guy.
And I always thought how crazy that would be if you grew up in the adult world. And they made you walk around the conference table at work when you showed up to the office late. And it was like...
Can you get that mole off your hand removed? It's literally distracting me. It's like a bullseye.
My mom told me it makes me me.
What the fuck?
What's that?
My mom told me it makes me, so I kept it.
There's something wrong with it. I want to lick it.
Looks like it fucking looks like a gravy stain. It's distracting.
Oh, right to the fucking food.
Yeah. Bobby, that's not a mole. It's a piece of cake. He's fine. He's fine.
So anybody here have a fake ID?
No, just...
No, it's a fucking over 21 club, you dumb
These are jokes from high school.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, you're right.
I'm actually getting scared. I feel like I've walked into a cult. Like, how am I going to get out?
Well, my fake ID is so bad, it says at the bottom, this is not a government-issued ID. So basically, every time I hand it to the guy at the deli, he's like, just take your Bud. Just take your Bud 40 and fucking...
Why, they proof you for pastrami?
When you buy it in bulk.
This is fucking seriously the most vicious couple in America. They're frightening.
This is just somebody drew a dick in my notebook.
Are these jokes you read at the high school this week, or when you were in a...
No, I was just working on them, you know.
Good. So good stuff.
Go ahead.
Does everybody think prom is going to be a big letdown? Because I've been waiting 4 years for this thing, and I don't think it's going to be anything like the movies. It's just going to turn into me drinking a bunch of soda and dancing with my cousin for 3 hours.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, and hopefully...
I like you going back and doing jokes. Can you go back to before you were born?
Can you go to the back of the room behind the curtain?
I think he's fucking killing it.
I like that he came in with a little gag.
What's that?
The little hook. He has a hook.
And you like it that he makes you look fucking thin.
But here's what he's doing. He's laughing at all the smashes.
Huh?
So he's actually having a good time, which makes me feel better
because
about
he's
this.
got a gig. The rest of them are fucking done. Okay? He's working. Those other guys are fucking in their stairway drooling.
So I'm a really big professional wrestling fan.
Oh.
And one big thing in high school is people really like to tell you it's fake. And they like to come up to you and be like, you know it's not real. You know everything is fake. So what I like to do now...
How much do you want to bet that girl's getting gang banged?
The big
titty.
There was only one, Bobby.
She feels so shitty about herself now. She's like...
Wow.
Oh, is that how? That's how I got pussy last night.
So I like to turn it on them, and when they talk about shows they like, I like to point out, well, Mariska Hargitay.
I fucking love that you pause, we say our shit, and you go right the fuck back in. You don't give a fuck. Unpause.
I like to point out Mariska Hargitay is not really a cop. They write out all those court cases. Like, we know who's going to get caught at the end.
If you have to run.
I love how proud you were of yourself at the end of that.
I was my. I was like, you know what?
You gave everybody a Mr. Roper on the left side. Take us home, Vito.
No, so in Catholic schools, one thing you got to do is you got to pay money to dress like a normal person. And every Friday, it's called Dress Down Day. And the priest didn't really like it when I showed up dressed like a Monsignor. But I was like, dude, you don't know my personal life, so you don't know what I do on the weekends, man.
Right? I thought that's fucking all right.
Vito, everybody! Vito!
Well, now the room is level again.
Yeah, it's less hot.
You know what? For his first time, that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, he was, Vito. Now, we were going to bring all the acts up and for applause, but we found 2 shanks on them, so I'm not sure. We want to bring everybody back out. All right, let's go.
Eric Lerman. Eric Lerman.
Eric, how are you, buddy? Good job.
Kevin Goatee.
Yeah, nice job, buddy.
Hi, buddy. How are you? Hey, buddy. What's up, buddy? Good job, guys.
Eagle Wynn.
Good fucking job.
Jessica Mears. Phil.
Hi, buddy. How are you? Good job.
Nice job.
Let me tell you something. This is going to take all night. I would have never fucking done this.
You did it last week.
You have to end the show on that one?
It's not over. We got a lot. We got.
There they go.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Really nice.
Where's the girl?
Yeah. Good news, Jessica. You'll be opening for Robert Kelly next week.
Hey, Ron.
She was coming for you.
You want to say one thing?
There are American soldiers, troops all over this country, hundreds of thousands of them who suffered severe brain injuries and minor brain injuries, and they think their life is over. Dudes, go on. I was in the worst possible condition, and I'm okay now. I'm happy. I'm
sorry.
That was Hitler. That was
accident.
hang tough and believe in yourself. Yes. You can do it.
Way to go! Congratulations!
Hugh Chatfield! Give it up for Hugh! Give it up for Hugh, everybody!
Hey, wait a second. If you're going to do that, let the hot girl give a speech, too.
If you're flat-chested, there is hope for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming out for Comedy 101. Mr. Robert Kelly. Bonnie McFarlane. And Rich Voss. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
See you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!